Hey, how's it going? It's Jonathan Miller. Let's go for a drive. It's the BMW M4, the ultimate road and track car. We'll take a look at it today. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. You can hit the subscribe button here, hit the thumbs up at the end of the video if you liked it, and hit the bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Is this the best mix of road and track, especially for the price? M3, M4 base price just under $70,000. You got a manual transmission, you got the 3-liter twin turbo inline 6 making 425 horsepower. With a manual transmission, BMW says 0 to 60 in 4.1. Obviously, that's all depending on grip, on how well you can launch the car, etc. The dual clutch transmission, obviously a little quicker, 0 to 60. But for me, as you guys know, hashtag save the manuals. You can't beat a manual car, especially M3. They're so iconic. I'm sure most of you guys, when you were teenagers, the car you lusted for was an M3. I know I did, and I was fortunate enough to get my 2001 E46 M3, and I still love that car. Unfortunately, I don't drive it, but hopefully with enough support, we'll make that a project car, and we'll do a lot of driving in that car. This model, M3, M4, the F80 series, they actually stopped production, so they won't be making those anymore because the new 3 Series and M3, M4 are going to come down in the next year or so. Styling-wise, very similar to other M cars. You got the power dome in the hood, E92, E46 had that. You've got the cool mirrors. Everyone always wanted the M3 mirrors. The name change, obviously, M4. BMW changed their coupes are now even numbers. Sedans are odd numbers, so the coupe M4 and the sedan M3. Like all M3, M4s, it sets them apart, I think, compared to like their competitors, are big fenders. BMW does a really good job on their M3, M4 cars. Big fenders in the front, big fenders in the back. Actually, I think the M3, if you look at it from the back, looks a little wider than the M4 just because the M4 has that streamlined shape, so the back doesn't look as big. But they both have bigger fenders, bigger tracks, wheels, tires, obviously the performance and suspension. Let's give it a little gas here. These cars move. If you haven't driven an M3, M4, they make a lot of power, a lot of noise as well. This is a stock exhaust system. In the sport setting, it'll do the blip for me, which I don't love, but it's kind of cool. Really nice manual transmission in this car. Shifts are short, very precise. Clutch is light, but pretty good. This road is awful. This car is just awesome car. For the track, obviously this car is spec'd with ceramics, so the brakes, I can tell you firsthand, are ridiculous, even on the street. So on the track, they're probably even better, especially when they're up to temperature, because that's when they work the best. So for me, in this price range, I think a Corvette is also a nice road and track car. I love Corvettes, but for more of a daily driver, I think the M4 is a better choice. A lot of guys just think that it's got the European looks. It's a BMW. It's got the nice BMW interior. It's got 5 seats. It's a little cramped in the back, but you can fit 4 people in here pretty easily. It's got a big boot. It is rear-wheel drive, so if you're driving around in the winter, you probably want to put a set of snow tires on here. So this car obviously is a track car. As you can see, this guy rolls around with the GoPro mount on the front for when he goes to the track. This car, a little backstory, was actually picked up European delivery at the factory in Germany, and this gentleman actually had the car on the Nürburgring and the Spa track in Belgium. So this car has seen a lot of track time in Europe at some of the most famous tracks, and he does a lot of track events, you know, Watkins Glen, New Jersey Motorsports Park, etc. So I'm just going to highlight these M carbon ceramic brakes. They are an $8,000 option on this car. The way you can know them is by the gold caliper, front a 16-inch rotor. What you get from carbon ceramic brakes are weight loss, increased stopping power, and just unbelievable performance, especially on the street. So let me know down below, do you think that getting carbon ceramic brakes on the M4 is worth $8,000? This car also has the optional M double spoke forged wheels. They've got the polish and the black. You actually have to get the 19s to fit the carbon ceramics. If you spec carbon ceramics, the stock 18s will not fit. M3s, M4s come standard with this carbon fiber roof. You can see it's got a little bubble here. What is the advantage of a carbon fiber roof besides the fact that it looks really awesome? It saves weight. So if you bring that weight down lower, you're gonna gain handling characteristics. You're gonna bring that center of gravity lower. So that's the main advantage of the roof, is bringing that center of gravity lower. Plus, it looks really awesome. You can get a sunroof option on this car, which gets rid of the carbon fiber roof, but if you do, sorry. The M4 has a different trunk to the M3. It follows the lines of that roof down onto the trunk, and the trunk on the M4 is carbon fiber as well. This one features an optional carbon fiber lip. It also has a carbon fiber lip in the front. Let's give it a little more gas here. It's fast. And I'll show you this automatic rev. All you do is clutch in, downshift, and it matches the revs for you. I don't have to blip it or anything. It's really good if you can't blip, or if you're not good at it, but it does take a little bit of the enjoyment away. If you take it off of sport mode, it'll get rid of that blip on there. But the sport, you know, tightens up the steering, opens up the exhaust, makes it louder. So it's nice to be on sport. There might be a mode you can turn that blip off, but unfortunately it's not my car, and I don't know if that does exist. I'll ask the owner, and I'll put it in the comments below and let you guys know. But the handling on this car is really, really nice. It's flat. I like this heavy steering. I'm very confident in this car. I don't have a ton of miles in M3s and these new M3s, M4s, but I feel very confident that I can push the car a bit. And I think if I had it out on the track, maybe one day he'll let me do a couple laps at the track for a track day. But I think that I feel very good about it. I really want to thank the owner. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. He's been a good friend of mine. I actually met him. He was a client in my old business. He had an E46 M3, E92 M3. We did a ton of stuff on that E92 M3. This is his second M4. So thanks so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We had a little Easter egg in the video if you didn't notice. The new It's Jonathan Miller branded shirts. We've got the zipped up hoodie and the new t-shirts. So this one is in yellow. I've got a couple in blue and gray and white. So if you guys like those, let me know in the comments below. I will have a store. I'll have a link available for you guys to purchase these. Help me out, support the channel. Thanks so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video of the M4, and I hope I answered the question, is the M4 the best car for road and track for the money? Once again, if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up and hit the bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks a lot, take care, and drive safe.